Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor, for those of you who have never been here before. And in today's video, we are building a kind of black and white monochrome family home. This house ends up having 4 children, 2 parents. At one point I was going to add a dog, but I don't know. We will be going over the family at the end of this video. So if you're interested in like who I envisioned living in this house, you can definitely stick around to the end. It is a very cute family and I like them a lot and I honestly might play with them. But then I'm like, they already have like a beautiful home. So like, do I want to play with them? Probably not, because I'll get bored too fast. But anyway, we are building this black and white home in not Windenburg, Brindleton Bay. This is actually the lot that Brant and Brent Hecking live on. I did have to delete them. I feel kind of guilty about it because they are like some of my favorite townies. I think they're adorable and their dog, the cutest. But I did want to put this here because I just really like the surrounding areas and the lot was a nice size. And I have like a whole like storyline in my head for this family. So the dad, we're going to go over a lot of this, but like the dad is like some high-powered lawyer and he's pretty fancy. And like the mom is a stay-at-home mom, but she wants her kids to be like super successful. So she's one of those moms that's like violin lessons, piano lessons, like doing all these things and helping them with projects and like trying to make sure they get into the best schools. And so there is a teenage boy and then a teenage girl and then 2 twin daughters who are children. So then the teenage girl and the 2 twin daughters live on the top floor. The mom and dad have like their little master suite, that's the word I'm looking for, on the main floor. And then the son actually used to have a bedroom on the main floor right next to the parents, but he decided that he wanted to turn the garage into like his own little apartment because he was so sick of his family. So I end up turning the bedroom that's on the main floor near the parents into like a guest room where like maybe grandma comes to stay, and then he lives out in the garage because I wanted it to be a little bit dramatic because I love the drama. So he has like his own kitchen, his own bathroom, and a bed, and then like some workout equipment. I imagined it like the parents were like, oh, if you're gonna live there, you still have to let us like work out in there when we need to. So they have a pool, they have like a whole bar area. It ends up being really cute and I'm kind of really proud of it. I don't find myself to be like the best builder, but sometimes when I make things that are like just pretty, I love them. But yeah, so that's the family. This house is very much black and white on the outside, but it ends up being pretty fun, I would say, on the inside. There's an office for the dad if he ever has to work from home because he's like a fancy lawyer, and a little art studio for mom or for the kids upstairs. I pictured it kind of more for the teenage daughter. I had a very creative vibe for her bedroom. It ends up being very colorful and fun, so we'll see all of that. But I'm annoyed. So the day that this video is going up is the day that I was hoping that the Sims team would release the Eco Lifestyle game, not Eco Lifestyle, oh my goodness, that was months ago, the Snowy Escape gameplay trailer, but we're here instead. I was going to, of course, do a reaction to the gameplay trailer, and I like got all ready and I was like, hopefully it goes up at 11 just like it did last week. They haven't announced anything. We have no idea when it's going up, so like who knows if it's ever gonna happen. So I was like, yeah, and then I was like, all right, I guess we'll do a build video instead, because I don't have anything else ready for today because I was hoping that the trailer would drop today and I'm sad about it. And so this is where we are. I actually built this house like probably a month ago. When I first moved, I started building a lot just as like a way to relax and like decompress at the end of the day, because one of the only rooms in the apartment that was done for a while was my office. So I was building a lot and I was sitting in here at night and just trying to like relax and like get into the vibes of living life. But I ended up building quite a few houses, so there's gonna be like a lot of builds that were built like in the last month, not anytime recently, except I will be building a ton with the new stuff that we're gonna get with Snowy Escape. I'm so excited, like genuinely so excited about this pack. I can't wait. But you can kind of see the house starting to come together. It took me forever to figure out a floor plan for this house. I really should just cut floor plan stuff out of videos because it's so boring. But we end up with like a little landing here that has some like bookcases, and I believe I put like a chair or something on there eventually. And I go with some nice wood floors. I find that I put wood floors and then the same boring tile in every house because it makes me happy. But it ends up being very white. Like I'm pretty sure I keep every single wall white, but add some fun decor and stuff. And we have this big, beautiful kitchen. Oh my gosh, if I were to live in a place that had a kitchen like this, I would be so happy. Like that island. Jeez. I'm always jealous of Sims because I'm like, oh, it's so easy for them to have such a beautiful kitchen. My kitchen's very small. I do have an island, however, but it's definitely not my color scheme, but it's fine. It's like, own this place. So if I did own it, I would change everything in the kitchen. Except the layout's nice. I don't know. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. I've lost my mind. So we have a coffee maker, of course, because the dad is a lawyer. And I added that little cabinet thing in the corner there. And I actually think it looks really cute, like under the cabinet, but on the counter with like some cute little things on it. And we have this, this is my favorite dining table in the game. I think it's from Seasons. And it's just so beautiful. And this is where the dad's office is going to be. So the dad's office is kind of messy, kind of unorganized, but still like nice, you know? Because he's a lawyer. He's fancy. At least we have a lawyer career now, ever since Discovery University, so it kind of makes sense. But I do really like how small his office is. It's just, you know, could have been a bedroom, but it's the office. He has to have a place to work from home, especially, you know, in these unprecedented times. But I do really like how everything kind of vibes in this house. Like, if you walked in here, you'd be like, oh, these people are really fancy, and this mom really cares about the way that her house looks. And I really like that. We'll definitely go into some of their traits and stuff and like who I wanted them to be in a little bit. But I love it. I love it so much. I also used a lot of those art pieces from, is that Get Famous? I don't remember those. Like, you just saw that big colorful one. I think I used another one right here. Those. Where does that from? I think it's Get Famous. I can't actually tell. But beautiful. And then I added this little table here because I wanted the kids to have like a homework area where they could also like do their arts and crafts and stuff. That because I feel like the mom would very much be like, you are not playing with glue on my dining table. Like, that's where my brain went. Like, she would not allow you to play with glue on the dining table. So I have like these bookcases where they would like kind of put all their arts and craft supplies and like all their homework stuff. And then they have their own like table designated so that the kids don't draw on the good table, you know? Like the good china, but the good table. But yeah, so okay, this room back here, I actually really like what I ended up doing with it. I wanted it to be like an open area. I do end up getting rid of those sliding doors and using an archway. Apparently we're not decorating that right now. I was all over the place when I was building this. So now we're going to do the parents' like ensuite bathroom and their bedroom, which is on the main floor. I really like when you kind of separate the parents from the kids because like most of the time like parents don't want to be next to their children all the time. You know, you want their bedroom to be a little bit further away, except for when they're like really young. So you could have that other bedroom for like toddlers and stuff if you wanted to, the one that's right next to it that ends up being like grandma's coming to visit room. Grandma's coming to visit room, coming in 2020. But I really like kind of the vibe of this bathroom. I love those Jungle Adventure tiles and the Jungle Adventure like wallpaper that like matches it, so you can have some places tiled and some not. I think it's some of the best tiles that we got in the entire game, and I want more stuff like that. At EA, give us more stuff like that, please. And I very much wanted to use some of the like murals, the new ones. I don't know if that one was one of the new ones. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. But I really wanted to use a mural in the upstairs in the teenage daughter's bedroom because I wanted her to be very artsy and kind of like she painted it herself in a way. The parents' bedroom is honestly like so boring. I don't know what to do with like adult bedrooms if I don't want to make them like fun and messy. So then I always end up having like the same kind of vibe. Also, I can't stop using those eco lifestyle curtains. I use them, it was the Seasons curtains for a long time, but now I just put the eco lifestyle curtains in like every single build video that I do because I just think they're so pretty. And like they're just very modern, they're very simple. All of the swatches are a little bit wild, but the white ones are really good. And I believe there's a gray that's also really nice. And I like that a lot. And then we have like a little powder room bathroom downstairs because sometimes you need it. I had the hardest time figuring out what to do on the main floor with like a living room and like a formal sitting room. We end up moving like the TV area to the other part, and then this ends up being more of like a formal sitting area type room, which I never understood because like most people who have those in their homes, like if you have one, let me know. Like, do you use it? Do you actually sit there? Does anyone ever sit there? Is it just for guests? Is it just for show? Like, what is the vibe? I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't understand what people do with those areas where like you don't have a TV or a computer or something to do. What do you do over there? I just want to know. I've never been fancy enough to have one. We've only ever had one living space where the TV is. And then I did create this like little built-in cabinet thing using some kitchen cabinets on the top that I made a little bit smaller so that they could kind of vibe, and those tiny living things that go beside the Murphy bed, and a little TV unit. And I think that actually like turned out pretty cute. And then there's a little play area there for the kids, you know, some art stuff. I like it. I like that it feels very much like the mom enables the children to have fun, but only in the areas that are designated for the children to have fun. Like, she doesn't want you to be playing in like on the nice couches or on the nice table. Like, she very much wants you to stay organized You know what I mean? This is another room that could be a bedroom if you wanted to change it, but I made it into like a little art studio because I figured in my mind, like the mom, I keep going back to the family, but we're going to go over them. So in my mind, like she wanted to be this like very famous artist, and like that was kind of part of her life goal. She wanted to be an artist. That was like always her dream. So she has this little art studio upstairs, but she kind of like put it on the back burner to raise all of her children. And then her daughter, who's going to live in this room up here, ends up being the one who's very creative and is artsy and kind of like took over in a way. And the mom kind of just put all of her dreams on the back burner because her husband was like, I want to be this high-powered lawyer. I want to do all these things with my life. So instead she ended up, you know, being a mother. And I feel like that happens a lot. Does it? I don't know. I'm not a mother, so I wouldn't know how any of that works. But I really, really like this teenage girl's bedroom. I find it very like artsy and creative, and like someone who would be an artist would have a room like this. Like I figured that she painted the little mural there, and like the bigger mural and the one above her desk. That's the word I'm looking for. Apparently I don't know words anymore. And she really wants to go to like the University of Breakchester because like that's where her parents went. She wants to go be an art student, and she's got all these pictures of her friends. Like I really, really like it. It feels like a room I would have loved to have as a teenager, and I always go by that because I never had a room I liked when I was a teenager. I didn't actually get a bedroom that I thought was cute until I was like 23, 22. 23, I think, which is crazy. Like I had like rooms as a kid that were like kind of cute, but I never loved them, and it's crazy because I'm like, oh, I look at this and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. And then bathrooms, honestly, two things you should cut out of build videos: bathrooms and floor plans, because bathrooms all look the same. Every bathroom I make looks almost identical because I don't know what to do with them. Like, does anyone have any tips for building a bathroom in The Sims 4? Because I just never know. I added a little laundry area as well, which I always regret. I always like add the laundry area. I think they're super cute. And then I'm like, oh, that means I actually have to do the laundry if I play in this house. I'm not a fan of that. So let's never do laundry again. In real life or in The Sims. Dun dun dun. Anyway, so we have the little bathroom here that is closer to the two twin daughters' bedrooms, and I gave them matching beds and went very pink in this room, and I really like the way it turned out as well. It was very fun and cute and girly, and I just love it. I just love it so much. I'm really a big fan. But it definitely has very, like, I would have loved to have this room when I was a child as well. It's just like, make things that you want. That's the vibe of my life these days. You know, you just make things that you think are pretty and that you would have wanted as a kid. And I added these little matching pink desks so that the kids could both, ooh, and those new chairs from the Hispanic Heritage Month update. I love them. I added those two little desks so they could like do their homework, or they could have a laptop, or, you know, just all sorts of fun things. And we had a couple things out here as well, just a little bookcase, some chairs so that the kids have somewhere to read. And I really like that. I love just having different areas to hang out. Pumpkins, because it's Halloween season, of course. But anyway, guys, we are ending the end of the actual build, and we will go in and definitely see the family in a second. But first, we're just going to do this little area here, which ends up being like a little bar area, and a, like, you know, it just kind of feels very fancy. They had a giant archway. I think, is that from Jungle Adventure? I don't know. And then we do a little bit more. And then we're going to do the little teenage room where he has his own kitchen and his own bathroom. I did delete a window to be able to fit a bathroom because I didn't want him to have like a giant bathroom. I wanted it to be like kind of small. Like it was kind of like where people go to shower off after they go swimming or something. And he has his own kitchen, which is actually really nice. Like I would love that kitchen. I'm kind of jealous. Am I jealous of all of these Sims? Like what's wrong with me? Except for the parents, their bedroom sucks. But it took me a while to figure out what kind of bed I wanted. But anyway, he lives out here and he has all of his little gym equipment that his parents made him keep. But let's jump into the family that actually lives here. So here we are with the family. This is the Warner family. I think that they're so cute. So this is Dad, Aiden. He has the aspiration of wanting to be fabulously wealthy, and he is business savvy. So that means that he gets a little bit more money from his careers. We have him being ambitious and definitely a little bit hot-headed. You know, some lawyers can be. And he is family oriented. He also has his wedding ring on because he is married to his beautiful wife, Shanna. This is Shanna. This is one of my favorite tops that like The Sims has ever made. And I believe it came with Realm of Magic, and I just love it. Like this whole vibe, like she's so cute. But she wants to have a successful lineage, and she's kind of in her life changed some of her ways. So she used to be really creative, but she's kind of tricked herself into being this like neat, materialistic, and family oriented Sim who just wants to focus on her family and on her household because her dreams were kind of put on the back burner, and she no longer really focuses on herself, and she focuses on her 4 kids. So the oldest of the kids is Elliot Warner. Now I named him Elliot because of a show called Mr. Robot. When I put this hood on him, I was like, oh, this just reminds me of Mr. Robot. If you've ever seen it, you would understand. But Elliot really doesn't like living in the suburbs. He's kind of sick of his family and sick of all of his sisters and being the only boy child. So he really wants to go and live in the city. He's a little bit gloomy, but he's also really, really smart, and he is a genius. So this is just kind of the vibe of the boy who lives in the garage. So then we have Jamie Warner, who is the artistic teenage daughter who really wants to go get her degree. Now she wants to go get a degree in something like fine arts, but she is a bookworm. She loves to read, and she's of course creative because she is an artist. So then we have the twin daughters. Now their names are Poppy and Flora. Poppy is a social butterfly sim with the outgoing trait. She's just quite cute. You know, kids don't really have that much personality. I don't have a ton of backstory for these two. They're just twins and they love each other. And Flora is a whiz kid, but she's also a dog lover. And honestly, I could see Flora becoming a veterinarian if you have The Sims 4 cats and dogs. And I just think that this family is super duper cute. And I'm a big fan of them. But yeah, guys, that is all we have for today with this monochrome family home for the Warner family. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked kind of seeing the family that I created and hearing more of their backstories that are in my brain, then you should definitely let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see at the end of build videos. I kind of want to just add it because it's fun, and it's kind of fun to see who you're going to build for. And I want to start making them before I even make them a house. So that's going to be really fun for me. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.